With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Open man is Higgins. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
To T. Higgins.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Brought down at the 42-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the... And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brought down at the 30-yard.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, being chased out left. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd, finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons, with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Bengals.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Burrow.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Tyler Boyd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Again, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Mixon with a first down carry. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 bump.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The Bengal 1st down.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Kevin Huber now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
3rd and 5.
Now Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
The score, Ravens 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a...
He's got daylight. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Partner, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Bengals 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Now a hit and a loose football. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. He decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3.
He may try and run for this. First down and more for Jackson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Bengals 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there, give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to let one fly for Tate. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
To number 19.
Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Cincinnati.
Auden Tate with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Bengals 31.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Bengals 38, Ravens 34.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
42-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
Number 8.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Back to throw. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Jackson to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Today's final score, Bengals.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that